We so enjoy this discourse, and yet it is not always appropriate to answer certain questions. However, on that topic, we will say that the walls will come tumbling down. We have spoken before of the domino effect, and this shall become quite apparent. Much anger shall derive from these goings-on, and those who think they are in charge will have to attempt to smooth and soothe. Although the uproar will bring about great changes. As more and more wake up to the fact that those at the top, those making out to be for the people, are actually you and only ever have been for themselves. Once a person shifts from the material tier into the spiritual tier of evolution, everything changes. The old rules no longer apply, and the ways of the new reality have to be understood and acted upon. Imagine the radical change that a butterfly goes through in its transformation from an earthbound, limited chrysalis to the joyous freedom of a butterfly. Likewise, a radical transformation occurs when humans move into the spiritual stages of their evolution. When you enter the realms of spiritual consciousness through the gateway of the heart, you begin to understand that love is more important than money, power, fame, or any of the other entrapments of material life. It will not necessarily be that awakenings of a soul nature shall take place for many to begin with yet. To come to an understanding, an acceptance that they have been duped will stir up much within, which in turn shall bring one to realize that there is much more to who they are as a soul being, and you are probably aware that we are to say, and that is where you come in. The turmoil that is to arise shall bring about peace. Interesting statement, yet I get it. What we do wish to share is that once one is in the thick of what is to come, it is not something that is to engulf your planet for years and years. Once truths are revealed and the everyday folk, with respective cool down and begin to come to terms with all that is, the doors will be opened up once again. Naturally, we cannot give a time frame yet. When all is in motion, it should run smoothly according to the divine plan. Upon moving into the energy of unconditional love, it becomes clear that helping others is the key to success in life. Your viewpoint of life is expanded, just as the butterfly sees more from its position above the ground than it ever saw before while earthbound. In the new reality, success will be measured not by money, but by the amount of joy in your life. Once a person has gained an understanding of the expanded realm of the heart, they are free to move on to the next stages of spiritual consciousness. Inspiration starts to flow. Knowing comes to the fore. Intuition is your daily guide and helper as the wisdom of your soul comes forth to help you succeed at all your efforts in life. With soul communion comes the blissful joy of spiritual consciousness. With that blissful joy comes inner peace and the lifting away of all the cares of the world. This is reality. This is the state that God always intended for you to discover, so that you can live and love in the light of soul consciousness and become a fully empowered spiritual being. You are also keen to know if we have anything to say regarding the end of this month of March. Is this correct? Well, it's just that much is being said about a portal opening up leading to many possibilities. I guess with the bank thing happening, it could be leading up to something bigger. Dearest souls, we cannot deny that the energies flowing in now are extreme. And in conjunction with planetary aspects taking place, there will be a whirlwind of delights presenting themselves. At present, you may find it difficult to comprehend where they are leading, as at times they seem to be random and without any real purpose. However, given time, a pattern will emerge that reveals the elimination of old ways that will no longer be adequate to meet your needs. You You are currently living in a changeover period that is hard going, but there will be a turning point for the better in the very near future. So hold fast and do not despair, as your patience will be well rewarded. What is happening is perfectly normal at such times as you are in now, so be assured that we are with you to ensure all changes will be experienced as uplifting. It has been predicted for a long time and is not something that is a random occurrence. But for the dark ones holding you back and trying to keep the truth from you. Advancement could have taken place many years ago, but nothing can prevent your continued progress as planned. By those not of earth, they can be new or old. Old ones can lay dormant until such time when they are required, once again. New ones are strategically placed and are created to, for instance, send through all sorts. Not licorice all sorts. Indeed, they were. Anyway, we digress. All sorts, meaning, first and foremost, portals are intense energy blasters. Can they be dangerous? Oh, yes, depending on who gets their hands on them. For there is such intricacy involved in their design, and when in the wrong hands, they can cause much damage if one does not understand their systems. So, is it correct that in certain hands down here on Earth, portals have been created? No, not created, for their technology is far advanced. Yet, they have been discovered and cornered off in great privacy, and many of the top scientists have been ushered in to tap into the technology. Yet, so much of it is not of this world, and therefore, much of it, for these souls, is a guessing game. It is why we emphasize the need to maintain your progress and not be distracted from your life plan to ascend. You will be assured of success regardless of what action the dark ones take. Bear in mind, however, that situations are used to clear karma that many souls carry with them, and at the time of discussing their life plan, they agree to it. This realization explains why we tell you that nothing happens by chance. You learn from your mistakes, and it is why we tell you that once you overcome them, you normally will not be expected to face the test again. Everything is planned to help you evolve, and particularly at this time to ensure you are ready to ascend. It is such an important time, and you will certainly not want to miss the opportunity to leave the old vibrations behind and enjoy a peaceful and rewarding life. In the future, you will have more say as to what you want to do. And revising your past lives would indicate where your interests lay and help you to make your choice for the future. We as always will be on hand to advise you what is best to continue your evolution. No doubt you already have ideas as to what you would like to do in future, and your options will be considerable, as you will have proved your worthiness by experience to be a space traveler if that is your desire. So much will open up for you that the past problems and hard times you experienced will fade away into the past and be but a distant memory. Because it is just enough to say what we have said. Details may be forthcoming when more is understood about many things on your planet. You know, sometimes, chaps, you can be real party poopers. Safety at all times. Fair enough. Good call. Thank you. So, the ones on Earth are more like doorways, to be used to come in and go back, and the airborne ones are for energy. Is that right? The airborne ones are used for much more than that. Yes, energy. Would you believe that there are many cloaked portals in your atmospheres that are able to be turned on and off as required? Yes, that sounds feasible. They have many different uses, for energy to enter and also to vacuum out energy that is causing disturbance. Where does it go to? It is broken down through the journey of the portal and dispersed out in nowhere land where it completely evaporates. That will be very handy in days to come. It has already been very handy in days past. Of course, many of you understand that these vortex stations allow many ships from many planets to enter in and out. Yet, let it be known, these are not day trips for pleasure. Each entry of a ship is on an assignment of one form or another. You have so much to look forward to, and we often remind you to simply keep your focus on your goal and not be distracted by what is going on around you. We realize that questions will arise in your mind, as a major change in your life raises all sorts of problems mainly related to your present family. Certainly all souls must allow others to formulate their own choice as to what they do in the future. However, the type of life you choose is likely to lead you further afield, but your links with it will remain and contact will be through thought transference. Furthermore, you will not have the same obligations to the family as upon Earth, although some will continue to keep a close link with them. Understand that some bonds created upon Earth are no longer necessary in a new situation that is not at all like your earthly experiences. Much of what you need to know about your space friends will come with the time of open contact that is not too far away. They are keen to meet you and introduce you to the new world that you will eventually live in. Believe us that they are highly evolved souls who wish to help you take your place in the new levels of vibration, that are devoid of the negativity that you face at present. Happy times beckon, but as we have told you, you must first put the earth in order so that it is safe for visitors to arrive and meet you. We will help you achieve it, but first the intent must come from you and be achieved.